Every person hopes to live a long and healthy life. While genetics usually comes to mind first when we think about longevity, research reveals that lifestyle choices have a more important influence. In certain instances, subtle signs might signal fundamental issues that could impact longevity. If an elderly individual suffers itching in certain parts after turning 60, it can be a red flag that their life expectancy could be shortened. This is something that deserves attention. Mrs. John, who is 60 years old, started experiencing chronic itching in September. At first, she didn't think much of it. But as winter approached, the itching increased. Regardless of applying lotions and ointments, the itching continued, and she also noticed an immense weight loss. Confused, Mrs. John ultimately went to the hospital, where she was astonished by the diagnosis. Several months of itching were triggered by lymphoma. Itching can be a symptom of cancer. Mrs. John could not comprehend why her itchy skin was connected to lymphoma. Lymphocytes are distributed throughout the body, and lymphoma can develop everywhere, except for the hair and nails. Research indicates that when lymphoma occurs, malignant lymphocytes produce biologically active substances, such as histamine, which get transmitted to the skin through the bloodstream, irritating the sensory nerves and triggering itching. About 20% of lymphoma patients experience different levels of itching. So, if the unexplained itching persists and does not respond to treatment, it's necessary to examine lymphoma as a possible cause. Lymphoma can also contribute to different symptoms, including persistent lymph node swelling, low-grade fever, night sweats, unexplained discomfort, weight loss, and even anemia. Recognizing these symptoms is important. A lot of people struggle to distinguish between normal itching and cancer-related itchiness. Itching triggered by cancer has 3 different features. It occurs abruptly and without warning. It's severe and persistent, and it lasts for a long period. The skin seems normal with no irritation or eczema, and it isn't seriously affected by changes in climate. Treatments usually have little effect. If there are signs of this type of itching, or if it persists despite treatment, seeking medical attention quickly is important for early detection and intervention. Particular parts of itchy skin need special attention. Even though skin itching is prevalent if it doesn't improve with continuous treatment, it might indicate underlying health problems. Pay extra attention when itching develops in the following body parts without a clear cause. 1. Armpits. Itching in the armpits might be associated with diabetes. High blood sugar can interfere with the nerves and the autonomic nervous system, resulting in decreased sweat and oil production, dry skin, and even itching. Furthermore, obese patients with diabetes may have sweating in the armpits, which can foster the development of bacteria and fungi, resulting in itching. Itching associated with diabetes tends to be seasonal and is more prevalent in the dry autumn and winter seasons. The itching area has no red patches or bumps, but it can be painful and spread. 2. Anus. An itchy anus can originate from different causes, commonly associated with anal and rectal diseases. Approximately 75% of those with anal and rectal problems experience anal itching, mostly because of hemorrhoids, anal fistulas, rectal cancer, or even anal cancer. Initially, anal itching triggered by these disorders focuses on one side of the anus with little pain, but when ignored, it can worsen, spread, and become a frequent issue, particularly at night, drastically impacting daily life. 3. Genital zone itchy genitals, more frequent in women, usually caused by gynecological disorders like vaginitis, vulvitis, vulva eczema, genital warts, and even scabies. For instance, vulvitis can contribute to itching because of an imbalance in vaginal flora, causing dangerous or pathogenic bacteria to multiply, affecting the vaginal environment. Itching in the genitals triggered by vulvitis might also come with discomfort or a burning feeling, get worse during urination or bowel movements, and increase with scratching. 4. Lower legs. Itching on the lower legs might be associated with hypothyroidism. When thyroid hormone levels decline, lowering the metabolic rate, the skin gets dry, resulting in itching. The lower legs contain fewer oil and sweat glands, which makes them more reactive and vulnerable to itching. Hypothyroidism-related itching is most severe during the dry autumn and winter months, defined by tingling, dry, scaly skin, and coldness. Dry itching symbolizes aging. Damp itching symbolizes disease. Dry itching is common in elderly people and often reflects as dry, rough, and peeling skin. As we age, sweat and oil gland production declines, rendering the skin vulnerable to itching in dry weather or when dehydrated. Damp itching is commonly connected to conditions like liver and kidney problems, high blood sugar, or moisture in the perineum and anus. Liver and kidney dysfunction-related itching develops because of reduced detoxification capacity, causing toxins to develop in the body, resulting in poor skin condition, darker skin, and itching. In addition to itching, it can also result in coloration of the skin, roughness, swelling, and sometimes secondary infections like folliculitis and lymphangitis, which can cause scars. Scratching is a very simple strategy to relieve itching, but it doesn't tackle the root of the problem. Excessive scratching can damage the skin, causing redness, roughness, and even pigmentation changes, as well as contributing to secondary infections, including folliculitis and lymphangitis, and this might result in scarring. To relieve itching, it's crucial to first embrace lifestyle changes. How to prevent dry itching? Compared to damp itching, dry itching is more prevalent in everyday life during the dry autumn and winter seasons. Not just elderly persons, but also young individuals who ignore skincare can experience dry skin itching. So how can dry skin itching be prevented? Take into account the following steps. 1. Concentrate on diet. Minimize your intake of high fat, high sugar, spicy, uncooked, and cold food. Instead, consume foods that are full of manganese, like radishes, cabbage, and sweet potatoes, as well as foods full of vitamins, like animal liver, carrots, potatoes, and even mushrooms. 2. Improve skincare. Have good sleep. Avoid scratching the skin. Clean your face with cold water to help moisturize the skin. Decrease the frequency of bathing during winter and autumn. And apply a moisturizing lotion after taking a bath to help lock in moisture. 3. Change your living environment. Identify the root cause of itching and prevent triggers as much as possible, since this is important for prevention and treatment. That's all for today. If you enjoyed this content, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, or share it with your friends.